Hello, my friends. Amber has uploaded again, so she's starting her new schedule now. And this says, stepping on the scale, pasta recipe, and my new goal weight. Okay, you know what? Let's just see what she has to say. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello, welcome to a what I ate today and a weigh-in video. So I'm just showing you guys what I ate today, and literally I don't eat breakfast. I'm sure you guys have noticed that. I eventually do want to get in the habit of doing so. I've been awake for about 4.5 hours and I'm finally about to eat my first meal.
Bullshit. No way. No, that is just not true. Shut up. You did not sit around your apartment for 4.5 hours without eating anything. Just did not happen.
I got a poke bowl. So I was on soft foods for a while. In the last few days, I have been able, oh, whoops, just dropped a packet of soy sauce. Hold on. So I was on soft foods for a good like 14 days.
Oh, gosh. Why? Oh my God. This whole tooth amputation saga is giving me dangling ankle vibes.
The fucking noise that my ankle made. I don't think I'll ever forget that noise. It was so scary.
And just remember, it was just a sprained ankle. And she made several videos just going on and on and on about how her ankle is healing. And she was sitting in that same spot as though she was like a patient in a hospital bed or something.
It is the right ankle, but I landed on my left leg when what I'm assuming is a high ankle sprain based on the fact that my leg is now hurting a little bit, like the pain is radiating up to my leg. Everyone is different, and what I am experiencing is real, and just stop trying to invalidate it with pointless opinions and theories. And how my ankle twisted gave me messed up ligaments. You know, I hurt my ankle, the ligament thing, and ever since my ankle, I'm healing, but can't walk correctly.
So yeah, she keeps talking about this one pulled tooth like she had her jaw removed or something.
In the last few days, I've been able to introduce all the textures. So I'm excited for this poke bowl. So we have rice, crab, corn, sesame seeds, jalapenos, onion, ginger, wasabi peas, which is like my favorite part. So this is my first meal for today. And by the way, any liquid consumption I have today will just be water. I haven't had soda in probably like 3 weeks now, almost a month. So I'm just gonna be drinking water all day long.
Bullshit. I just don't believe it. Nope.
So just want to make that clear. All right, so I'm just showing you guys how much that I have left. I am full and satisfied, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, guys, she just ate like half of it, you know? I'm just going to put this lid on here and I'm done. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what happens after you turn off the camera. You're just going to throw it away.
I'm done eating it. When I was telling you guys what was in it, I forgot to say there's also edamame and avocado. This is honestly one of my favorite meals to have, and it's super filling, and it's not too bad for you. All right, you guys, it is time.
Again, it doesn't matter if it's filling. Hunger is not your problem. You eat just to eat. So you can eat a meal that is so satisfying and so filling that you have no room left in your stomach, and in an hour or 10 minutes, you're going to find another reason to eat. Boredom, sadness, happiness, whatever, you will find a reason to eat, and it has nothing to do with whether you're actually hungry or not. But I will say that does look good. I like a good poke bowl.
And for the next meal, I'm going to be making a pasta, and I want to show you guys the ingredients. So call me weird, that's okay, but this is the pasta that I always make. I absolutely love it. So this is the pasta shape I am using. I will use any pasta shape for this recipe as long as it is small. I'm gonna be having some garlic salts.
Garlic salt is one of the squares in my Amberlynn Reed bingo, because you know if she's cooking, there's gonna be garlic salt in it.
Canned chicken. This is the only brand that I will eat. I grew up eating canned chicken, so that's why like I'm okay with it. And when I cook it in the pasta and such, it like cooks it more, so I'm not like so creeped out by it. Some butter.
See, she has to come up with a reason, an excuse as to why she can eat that. She lies and says, I'm just creeped out by chicken, but then she eats it all the time. She eats it constantly, And so when people are like, I thought you said you were creeped out by chicken, then she comes up with this kind of crap. I mean, when I put it in the pasta and it cooks it in the water, that's why it doesn't creep me out. Duh. You know, we know it's just bullshit. She's not creeped out by chicken, but she's still keeping that lie going. And maybe there are people that still believe that, but most people, as soon as they hear her say she's creeped out by chicken, they're just like, shut up.
Some fresh Parmesan, Tapatio for some spice, and some mayo. So I will show you guys when it's all complete. All right, you guys, so here it is. It's honestly so freaking good. I have no words for it. Super easy to make, comforting, extremely flavorful. I love.
What does that mean, comforting? She said that before.
This looks so good and comforting. This is so comforting. I have been really craving soups and just like warm foods, comforting foods.
Comforting? That's concerning that she would call food comforting. It's not a good friend that is talking you through a tough situation. I think she's maybe saying that it's like comfort food, so she says it's comforting, but I think to her it's like a security blanket sort of thing, you know? That's why she is where she is. Because when you say comfort food, it generally is talking about food that's really not good for you. And it's comfort food because it like reminds you of home. So yeah, when you look up comfort food, it says that it's food that provides a nostalgic or sentimental value to someone and may be characterized by its high caloric nature associated with childhood or home cooking. But I don't think nostalgia or anything like that has anything to do with it for her. I think it just shows her unhealthy relationship with food.
Love this meal. All right, guys, it is time for a snack. And I know exactly what I want. You think I'd be sick of these by now because during my soft food? You think I would be sick of these by now because during...
Well, at least she admitted that was overly dramatic.
You think I would be sick of these by now because during my soft food era, this is what I was eating. I was having puddings. But I'm telling you, chocolate vanilla puddings, I think I'm gonna have two actually. And there's two left in this pack. Chocolate, vanilla.
Watch that waddle, you guys.
You know, chocolate vanilla puddings, I think I'm gonna have two actually. And there's two left in this pack. Chocolate.
But think about what she just said. She said, you'd think I'd get tired of these because of my soft food era. First of all, she's claiming that she ate soft food for 2 weeks after getting one tooth pulled. But then she calls it her era. So this is why I think her view of the world, as far as like how people interact and how fashion is supposed to look and how hairstyles are, you know, perceived or whatever, everything she knows about the world comes through the internet, right? She calls when she ate some soft food for a few days, likely, her soft food era. She speaks as though she was created on TikTok.
Vanilla puddings are the way to go. So it's just these little packs like this. So I'm gonna have two of them. They're 100 calories each. I think that's gonna be it for the night. I've had over 40 ounces of water. I'm having a hard time getting past the 40 ounces. Sometimes I reach 60 ounces, but like my ultimate goal is like 80. And that is genuinely all I drink all day. I haven't had soda in a while and I'm very proud of that. But like, for some reason, I cannot get to the 80 mark, but I'm gonna keep trying. All right, you guys.
What is happening here? She is acting like drinking water is so hard. I mean, it does say that you're supposed to drink around 90 ounces of water for women in a day, but it varies on your activity level. So she probably only needs like 15. But I think she's just flat out lying about her soda intake. And I think she's lying about how much she's eating in a day. She has gotten significantly bigger. And yet she claims that she ate one poke bowl, one bowl or whatever of that pasta that she ate, and 2 pudding cups. And that's it.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
The light above me has like completely gone out. So we're just working with the light that I am receiving from the kitchen. But you know what? It's giving cozy vibes. It does not need to be bright in here by no means. You just need to hear the words coming out of my mouth.
Unfortunately.
So at the end of my weigh-in and what I ate today videos, what I would like to do is talk about a food-related decision that I'm proud of that I made today, a food-related decision that I'm not proud of, to wrap up the whole what I ate today segment because I am done eating for the day. And then
so that's the problem. She is basing like the success or failure of her food intake and her diet and stuff on how she feels about it. What was I proud of today? It doesn't really fucking matter what you were proud of. It matters what you did. because you are constantly finding things to be proud of that you should probably not be proud of. And if you ate like crap, doesn't matter if you're proud or not. You know, you're going to keep gaining weight if you eat like crap. Your pride has nothing to do with it.
And when I get into my weigh-in segment, which is going to be at the end of the videos, I do want to answer 3 weight-related questions, talk about my weight a little bit, how the week went, and then show you guys the weigh-in. So that's just what to expect from this point forward. So a food-related decision that I am proud of today is that I cooked. It's super easy for me to open my DoorDash, order all my meals in, but I have been trying to cook more. A decision today that I'm not proud of is I ate too much pasta. I ended up eating the whole pot of pasta that I made. I don't add many.
Notice that the fact that she cooked, but then she ate the whole thing. So you shouldn't be proud of, I mean, that is her in a nutshell, right? She's like, I cooked and I'm so proud of myself. I mean, I ate the entire pot of pasta that I cooked, but I'm so proud of myself. And that's why you're going to continue to gain weight, is because you find a way to be proud of basically anything you do, just to make yourself feel better about how you're eating. And then you just keep making the same mistakes over and over again because you're proud of yourself for the stupidest things. But it's that self-soothing. She will never let herself be uncomfortable, whether it be because of hunger or bad decisions or admitting fault. She will never allow herself to be uncomfortable, so she'll never look inward and go, man, I really screwed up today. She'll say it. You know, she'll say, like, I wish I hadn't eaten this, and I know I ate this and that, but she will always find a way to say, I'm proud of myself. And here's a great example of that. Listen to this.
I ended up eating the whole pot of pasta that I made. I don't add many extra calories to the pasta. Like the chicken's super low calorie. I only add like 1 serving of mayonnaise, about 1.5 servings of the Parmesan cheese. So yeah, and like a little bit of butter. So it's just like mainly the pasta calories, but it is pretty calorie heavy for that meal. But still eating that and everything else that I ate today, I'm still in a calorie deficiency. So now
deficit. But see, that's what I'm saying. She will find a way to twist it to where it's like, yeah, I ate the whole pot of pasta, but I mean, I didn't add that many extra calories. So, I mean, really, it's fine if you think about it. She will just make excuses and be proud of herself to the grave.
let's get into the 3 weight-related, food-related, health-related, etc., questions. So these are questions that I actually had saved from when I was doing weekly weigh-in videos before. These questions come strictly from Instagram. What is your weight loss goal this year? 499.8. I just want to see a 4 at the beginning of the scale. I don't want to like have this huge, spectacular goal, even though I feel like that is kind of a big goal, but I feel like I can do it. Like we're only at the end of June. We still have quite a few months this year, so I feel like I can do it. Why didn't you?
I feel like I can do it. It's totally doable. You know? I got it. You don't, because you haven't learned the skills or the habits to lose the weight. And even if by some crazy miracle you're able to get down below 500, which honestly, I just don't think you will. But even if by some miracle you're able to get down below 500, you just won't keep it off. It won't matter, because let's say you get down to 499.8. You're going to drop down and shoot right back up, because Amberlynn has this mindset that I just need to get to this weight. You know, I need to change my habits. I need to change the way I eat until I get to this weight, and then I can just go back to what I want to do. But obviously that's not going to work. She's going to have to make a change that lasts for the rest of her life. She's going to have to change the way she approaches food, period, forever. And she will never do that. She's not willing to even try that. So who cares if you get down to 499? This time next year, you're going to be right back to she's going to say 520-ish, 530, I guess.
Why didn't you just get the same scale that you had before? As you guys know, my scale broke and it was weighing me the wrong weight the whole time. I didn't realize that until I went to the doctor. So then when I went to go buy a new scale, that one didn't pop up on my Amazon. So I just got one that was very similar to it. These are 2 scales that I've had before.
Are you buying that? She just happened to get one that goes all the way to 700 just because that's what popped up on Amazon. I mean, on one hand, I can see Amberlynn being so lazy that she doesn't want to like look through any of them. She just sees the first one and goes, that'll work. So I can kind of see that. But you know it's got to be more expensive. In fact, let's look. Yeah, so the one she got was $82. the My Way XL 700. And I don't know what she had before, but all these 550 ones are like 30 bucks. And I just typed in XL scale. And this is not, I did not log into this. So there's no bias here. There's no like algorithm that could be messing it up. I just typed in XL scale, and this is way down here. She had to pass up all these other ones to get here. So unless there was a sale, which I guess that's the excuse she could use, but I'm going to guess she actually specifically wanted a 700-pound scale.
Before, and they're usually very reliable. With the new scale, I did have to like obviously switch the batteries because it did come with batteries, but the batteries were kind of wonk, and it was weighing me in like the 400s, and I'm like, girl, that's not accurate. But then when I use the batteries that I actually have in my home, I have so many batteries, and I'm like, how did I get all these batteries? I don't understand. But once I put the new batteries, the scale has been working, and I've been weighing myself daily.
I don't think that makes sense. Like if the batteries are low or aren't in correctly, that they'll give you the wrong weight. Like I can see it saying like error or it won't turn on or something, but weighing her at 400 pounds because the batteries aren't right. So I guess it says, and I looked at a few different articles and different like forum posts and stuff. I don't see anything like official that says that batteries can cause the number to be lower, like the weight to be wrong. But this says, yeah, low or failing batteries can give inaccurate weight readings. I don't know. It seems as though the general consensus online is that once you get low batteries, your scale can start, I guess, being inaccurate.
And I've been weighing myself daily just to like see if I'm doing good, and I actually am. What are you doing to lose weight right now? So I genuinely am not following any plan or anything like that. I'm just trying to eat less than I would on a day where I am completely off track, because then that'll automatically put me in a calorie deficiency. All right, so we're gonna get to the weigh-in.
Again, it's deficit. But what does that even mean? I want to eat less than a day that I was completely off track. Like, how do you measure that? You know, she's not counting calories. So she just willy-nilly. I feel like I'm doing fine today. I feel like I ate just the right amount today. Perfect. Yeah, that's really going to help you get down to 499.8 by just saying, yeah, I think today was less than my worst days. I think I'm good. And this is not new. This is just the way she operates. And it's the way she's always operated. And yet she expects results. And here's the thing. She might get some results for a little bit. You know, if she does eat less than what she usually does, she might lose a little bit of weight. But there's nothing that she's doing that's sustainable. Any weight loss that she might experience from this staggeringly stupid method would be very fleeting. The weight would just come right back because she can't really control herself, first of all, but she also can't measure. It's just all by feelings.
On May 19th, I went to the doctor, and on their scale, I weighed in at 546.0. And I'm telling you, my jaw was on the floor. Once I got my new scale,
mine wouldn't be. I mean, we can see you. In fact, I'm thinking that's probably a low ball.
Put my batteries in it. It did co-align, so my new scale does work accurately. But I do have a doctor's appointment, and I know they're probably going to weigh me, so we'll see how accurate it really is and see like the difference on their scale. But I'm almost literally 100% positive that the scale that I'm using now is accurate. So here is my weigh-in for today. Okay, so we're gonna do a weigh-in. This was crooked. Let me fix it. That's a little better. So this is gonna be my weigh-in outfit. I'm gonna weigh in every single week wearing the same thing. So I normally weigh myself naked because I don't want all the extra materials to add on weight, but this is what I will be wearing. And we will do a body shot each week in hopes to see improvement. So I have my scale set up here. Let me move it forward a little bit, or back. There we go. So my closet is the messiest room in the house. I have clean clothes I have to put away, so do not mind that. All right, so let's do it here. Hang on.
It's ready.
Yes, it is.
£534.6.
534.6. So I'm just gonna put my scale over here. And this will be where I do my weekly weigh-in every week. So that means I'm down 11.4 since May 19th. And I can definitely testify that that does feel real because my face isn't as puffy, my breathing is better, my stamina is a little bit better. There are ways, non-scale victory ways and physical ways.
she is so hung up on non-scale victories that any little thing that she can claim she feels then gives her permission to just keep doing what she's doing because, hey, I can breathe a little better or my stamina's a little better. So whatever I'm doing, it must be working because there's no actual work being put in to losing weight. She's not actually putting any effort in. Any weight loss that happens is just circumstantial or just coincidental because some days she'll eat a ton and some days she'll eat less than a ton, but still way too much. So the weight will fluctuate, but it's not because she's actually putting effort in. It's because some days she just doesn't eat as much as other days. But overall, over a long period of time, it's enough food to at least maintain at over 500 pounds.
Is where I am able to tell that I'm losing weight besides just stepping on the scale. So yeah, I'm gonna try every single week to wear the same exact outfit, put the scale in the same exact spot, and I'm gonna stand on the scale for you guys and do a little twirl and see if we can notice a difference. I know a lot of people are like, Amberlynn, just step on that scale. It's just, I don't know, my brain wants to weigh in naked. I know that's like an unhealthy way of thinking because it's like, who cares? Okay, your clothes weigh a couple pounds. Oh well. I don't know. I just get
Yeah, especially when you're over 500, I think the 2 or 3 pounds that your clothes is going to add is pretty insignificant. I just don't see this lasting very long. So think about this. She's got to change into the same outfit every week just for that portion of the video, which to most of us, that seems like such a non-issue, right? Like that would be a nothing burger. But for her, it's going to be these moments where she's like, I got to do my weigh-in video. Oh, I got to put that stupid outfit on again. Oh, it means I got to go into my room. I got to get that shirt. I just don't want to do that. You know, it's just those few steps for her is like torture because she just is so adverse to putting in any effort in anything, you know?
get really hyper fixated on the number. But anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Got her. I don't know, man. I am glad that she's stepping on the scale where we can see it. I think it's still fakeable. I think she still could fake it. And I was going to kind of go over how I thought this one could have been faked because the scale was a little louder than she was. But I don't know. Amberlynn faking stuff is nothing new, and it will always be something people talk about in gorlworld. So I don't think I really need to say much about it. I still think she's lying through her tooth hole about how much she's eating in a day. I don't believe for a second that the poke bowl and that thing of pasta and the 2 pudding cups, that's all she was eating. And I also don't believe that all she's drinking is water. No, I just don't buy it. But here we are at the beginning of yet another failed attempt, or soon to be failed attempt, to fix her weight issue herself. And the problem isn't necessarily can she lose 30 pounds or something. We know she can, she's done it in the past. But there's no way on earth she's ever going to lose a substantial amount of weight and keep it off. She just won't. Even if she does this really dumb method of just eating less than her worst days, even if she does that perfectly, she will lose a little bit of weight for a little bit. And I've said this so many times, but the cycle exists for a reason. This is it. This is the reason. What she's doing right now is the reason. She has still convinced herself that her feelings can get her out of this situation. Being proud of herself for making good decisions when those decisions are either the bare minimum or just flat out bad decisions is why she's here. And those are not changing. Nothing is changing. She is continuing to use her feelings and be proud of herself all the way to the grave. Anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.